What's going on, everyone? Michael Album here from Roofstock Academy. And today I want to talk to everybody about building their buy box and taking a step back, actually, what a buy box is. So if you've heard the term before, but not quite familiar with what it is or how to build one, that's what we're going to be talking today about in this video. So a buy box is basically this framework around what makes an ideal investment property for you. And I always emphasize the for you piece of that because what makes an ideal investment property for you might be very different than for me or really anybody else you come into contact with. So you want to get very specific around what your goals are. And it's those specific types of properties that are going to help you meet your goals that are the ideal investment properties for you. So for me, I'm looking for cash flow. That's what makes me tick. So when I'm looking at properties, I'm looking for very, very, very heavy cash flow, less on the appreciation side. If your goal is appreciation, then of course we might be looking at the exact same property and you might say, well, that's a junker. And I might say, well, it's a gold mine. So it's important to get very specific around what it is that you're trying to accomplish with real estate investing to begin with. Only then can you start to build out your buy box. So your buy box is basically a data collection toolkit or a set of questions or criterion that you're looking to solve for and looking to check the box on each property. So, and we can get really, really, really specific with our buy boxes, and it helps us sort through all of the noise. Because if anyone's been on Zillow or Redfin, you'll know that there's all kinds of properties listed out there. And a lot of them, frankly, probably aren't going to be a great investment for you because they're going to be outside of your buy box. So your buy box should take a bunch of things into consideration. First and foremost, price. What does your budget allow you to purchase? What is it that you're targeting in terms of price point? Then we should be evaluating what does the rent look like or rent potential look like of any property that you're trying to invest in. Then we want to talk about things and identify things such as geographic location. And going a little bit deeper, let's talk about zip code, submarket, natural hazard zones. These are all things that are related to geography that we want to be thinking about. Another thing you should be thinking about in terms of building out your buy box is what type of property are you trying to purchase? Is it a single family home? Is it a condo, townhome, multifamily, industrial, commercial, multifamily value add? How much work are you okay, or how many dollars are you okay expending kind of day one on the property in terms of CapEx? Are you looking for a fixer upper? Is it going to be a long-term hold? Is it going to be a short-term hold? Is it going to be a fix and flip? What do you want to do with this property? Who do you want to rent this property to? Long-term tenants? Is it going to be a short-term? Maybe you rent to students. Are you okay being in a flood zone? Are you okay being in an earthquake zone? Are there certain things that you want to avoid? Is this going to be in a geographic area that you and your family are going to travel to as part of a vacation every year because you're headed there anyway? And now maybe this investment property can be a partial tax deduction for your vacation. So these are all the types of questions that you want to be thinking about as you're building your buy box. And again, it's a very specific and unique document, really. I would recommend writing it all down to you and your investing. So just because somebody else is targeting multi-million-dollar single-family homes or short-term rentals doesn't mean that you looking at $100,000 single-family long-term rental is a bad strategy or a bad way to go. It's just different. And again, when we think about and can determine what our goals are, that then helps us back into, okay, well, here's how I build my buy box. And now here I can go start looking for the types of properties that I want to be targeting. Some other really critical factors to have in your buy box are financial metrics. So we talked about rent, we talked about purchase price, but how about cash on cash return or cap rate or minimum monthly rental amount? These are all things that allow you to have a fully baked recipe to go start targeting properties. I do this in Excel. We have a specific buy box that we built custom for the Roofstock Academy. If you're interested, come check it out. It's a lot of fun and I think it's very useful. We actually have this tool that feeds into a property evaluator. And so we're able to determine, does a particular property that we're evaluating fit in with our buy box? Because I think it's very easy, if anyone's like me, to let your emotions cloud your decision and say, oh, this property is so great because of A, B, and C. Well, if we evaluate it against our hard metrics that we gave ourselves in our buy box, the decision becomes much simpler. It either does or does not meet our personally set criteria that we set for ourselves. No one set that for us. So it makes the decision a little bit easier as to yes, no, go or no go. So I do this in Excel. I think it's a really useful tool. You can do it by hand. You can write it down. It's just something that you're going to be likely using across multiple property evaluations. So have it handy, be able to reflect back to it and look back to it as you're going through property evaluations. And by the way, this should be like a living and breathing document. So you can set your goals, set your buy box, then go out into reality and try to find some properties that meet those goals in that buy box. You might come up empty-handed. And so a couple things you could do. You could either refine your criteria, you could change your buy box, you could change where you're looking, maybe you're just in the wrong market, or you could look harder or in different places. And so these are the three things that I'm always coaching and consulting people on. Like, Michael, I can't find anything out there that meets my buy box. So maybe our expectations are unrealistic, or maybe we're just in the wrong market. Maybe we're looking for cash flow in a very heavy appreciation market. Or maybe we're just not leveraging the right tools and resources to find properties. Maybe we need to reach out to wholesalers. Maybe we need to look on roofstock.com. Maybe we need to look through agents that are finding off-market deals for us. So those are the three things that you can do if you're like so many folks I chat with and just can't find deals that are meeting their buy box. It's also not unreasonable to truly think that you have unrealistic expectations for the given market that you're in. So you really want to be very clear and understanding of what can that market that you're in produce realistically. So if you're targeting a 25% cash on cash return, everyone you've spoken to in the market's getting 7% cash on cash, you're like, oh, they're just not looking hard enough. That might be true, but you might have a bit of a rude awakening with regard to reality in that particular market. Hopefully it was helpful. Leave us a comment down below. We love hearing from you all. And as always, look forward to seeing you on the next one, and happy investing.